Prisons in Africa are considered to be the worst in the world. They are not human right friendly, but this is not to say other prisons around the world are nice to stay, because many of them are victims of extreme violence, regular deaths, and also overcrowding. Let's take a look at the 10 worst prisons in Africa. Number 10, Chikorobi Maximum Prison, Zimbabwe. The Chikorobi Maximum Prison is Zimbabwe's largest correctional facility, on the fringes of the country's capital city. It houses approximately 17,000 prisoners, both men and women. Cells typically measure 9 meters, 30 feet, by 4 meters, 13 feet, and each cell can hold up to 40 inmates. Maximum security prison Chikorobi is infamous for overcrowding, guard violence, hunger, overcrowding, no health care, and poor sanitary conditions, just like the other jails on this list. The majority of the day is spent locked up, and there are few leisure possibilities for the inmates. Chikorobi Maximum Prison is the #1 worst prison in Africa, occupies the first list because of overcrowding, massive brutality, malnutrition, lack of adequate health care, poor sanitary conditions, improper coordination, etc. Number 9, Makala Central Prison in Kinshasa, Congo. Makala Central Penitentiary is a prison in Congo that is overcrowded, with over 850 inmates crammed into a facility designed for only 150. Disease outbreaks are a common occurrence in the jail, with inmates sleeping in hallways, near sewage tanks, and so on. On numerous occasions, the prison has been named as the worst prison in Africa. Conditions are so poor that non-governmental groups estimate at least 100 prisoners are gravely ill and close to death. Only 6% of the prisoners are actually serving sentences. The rest are stuck in DR Congo's legal system, where cases can drag on for years. DR Congo's Deputy Minister of Justice told local media that Makala had now received some funds to help improve conditions. It's true, there was a delay in paying suppliers, and this explains the break in supplies. Celestin Tunda Ya Kasende told AFP, adding, "The situation was put to rights." The 17 deaths of Makala prison was reported by the Bill Clinton Foundation for Peace, which has no affiliation to the similarly named Clinton Foundation set up by the former U.S. president. Last year, it was reported that 40 inmates had died in similar circumstances over an 18-month period in another prison in DR Congo. Number 8, Gitarama Prison, Rwanda. When it comes to handling prisoners that committed genocide-related crimes in Rwanda, then Gitarama Prison is their home. However, the prison is also known for overcrowding prisoners, leading to congestion and probably death. In fact, most of the prisoners never find sleeping space and end up standing all day long. The prison is also known for recording a huge amount of deaths on a daily basis. Another disappointing fact is that most of the inmates engage in deadly fights, and the dead ones are usually eaten since food is very scarce in the prison. The prison is by far the dirtiest prison in Africa. Hence, prisoners are always exposed to diseases like gangrene, leading to their death. Number 7, Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison, Nigeria. The Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison is Nigeria's most popular prison. It is named after the Kirikiri community in rural New Zealand. It is part of the Nigerian Correctional Service and has a capacity of 1,056 people. It officially became functional in 1955. Its official capacity was 956 as of February 1st, 1990. But it actually reported to have about 1,645 inmates a few years later. Just like many other worst prisons in Africa, Kirikiri is well known for the congestion. It is also notorious for its degrading treatment of prisoners, horrible living, substandard medical care, and a high death rate. It is also known to hold over 50 inmates in cells designed for fewer people. Number 6. The Mukobiko Maximum Prison, Zambia. The Mukobiko Maximum Prison, located in Zambia, is the 5th worst prison in Africa. Initially, when the prison was created, it was meant to serve as a correctional center where a single prisoner will be in a single cell. It has, however, been mismanaged, and there are now about 15 prisoners in a single cell, leading to limited ventilation in the cell. Due to this, disease outbreaks such as TB are common in the prison due to the lack of ventilation. The jail is also notorious for the harshness of its guards, hunger, rat infestations, overcrowding, and other serious offenses. In addition, the prison is well known for anti-human activities, including rodent infestations, guard brutality, malnutrition, etc. Number 5. Nairobi Prison, Kenya. Established in 1911, the Nairobi Prison is the 6th worst prison in Africa, located in Kenya. It was built for 800 inmates, but now houses over 3,000 inmates, making it overcrowded. The number has since then been on the increasing side. The smell of sweat, human waste, and filth pervade the prison cells as debris hangs in the air. The prison's living circumstances have made it difficult for inmates to have normal physical and mental health. Nairobi Prison is a maze of chain-link fences, razor wire, and guard towers in the city's busiest industrial area. Inside, the first roll call to ensure all inmates are accounted for is underway. In quick succession, iron doors open to reveal hundreds of half-naked bodies pressed together on the concrete floor of their cells. Their cages are filled with a fetid smell of sweat, dirt, and human waste, evidence that the prison is being chocked with inmates, some on short sentences and others waiting to appear in court, is not exactly hard to find. Here, more than 3,000 inmates, 3,800 on today's count, share a prison designed for only 800 prisoners. The daily budget, 30 cents per prisoner. This is the worst congested prison in the country, says David Muwanya, who is in charge of Nairobi's prison, built in 1911. In the Capitol Wing, housing more than 400 inmates facing the capital punishment, dozens of inmates are herded into tiny cells with the capacity for between 1 and 5 prisoners. Kenyan prisons are notoriously overcrowded. There are 12 inmates here in this cell, meant for only 3 people, Mr. Mwanya says, pointing to an old, stinking cell. There are only 2 mattresses and no blankets. One of the inmates is 30-year-old John Yorge Nyagi, who has been here for 4 years, facing a charge of robbery with violence, a capital offense. I haven't put on my clothes because we've been sweating throughout the night, he says. 4 years on, my case is still pending in court, and I am still here. Number 4. Committee Maximum Prison, Kenya. Committee Maximum Security Prison is a Kenyan prison located in Nairobi. Located on a 1,200-acre plot, this prison is known for the indescribable torture which the inmates are put through. The prison, which houses a lot of political detainees, has a history of sodomy, inmate executions, and epidemics in which hunger, cholera, and ulcers were common occurrences. Many political prisoners were imprisoned in committee in the 1980s and early 1990s, including Hussein Onyango Obama, Kenneth Matiba, Relia Odinga, Koigi Wawamwer, Nigwa Tiango, Jonah Angata, and others. The prison is the biggest in Kenya and was created to initially accommodate only 1,400 criminals. However, the number of criminals has now overshadowed the capacity of the prison. The prison is also known for recording a high number of deaths. Number 3. Black Beach Prison, Equatorial Guinea. The Black Beach Prison was established in the 1940s. Common criminals were imprisoned here at first, But after the country's independence and the establishment of Francisco Marcos Nguema's dictatorship, many political opponents were imprisoned and executed in the prison. Bonifacio Ana Adu and Edmundo Basio were notable people who were executed in this prison. Today, this prison has become synonymous with guard violence, hunger, overcrowding, rat infestation, overpopulation, insufficient health care, and limited food due to its history of human rights violations. Notorious for human rights offenses, this prison has become synonymous with guard brutality. It is common for prisoners to die from chronic disease. Although Black Beach's infamous old buildings were replaced 5 years ago, and the facility now boasts a hospital wing and pharmacy, the prison still ranks as one of the worst prisons in Africa. In 2008, a special reporter for the UN expressed concerns that torture was frequently used to secure convictions in Equatorial Guinea, and that corporal punishment was used in prisons like Black Beach. Prisoners have reportedly died following prolonged beatings, and there were also indications that political prisoners have been held in solitary confinement for as long as 4 years. Number 2, Pollsmoor Prison, South Africa. Pollsmoor is not just South Africa's worst prison, but also one of the world's most dangerous. Inmates live in overcrowded conditions, which appear to be run by Cape Town gangs. Diseases spread quickly as a result of the overcrowding, and some of the convicts have been awaiting trial for years with no outcomes. Inmates frequently engage in violence and use rudimentary weapons. It's even more worse by the fact that a prison designed to house only 3,900 inmates now houses over 8,900 inmates. Number 1, Drakenstein Prison, South Africa. The Drakenstein Correctional Center, previously Victor Verster Jail, is a low-security prison in the Dwars River Valley in the Western Cape of South Africa, located between Parel and Franschhoek on the R301 road, 5 kilometers off the R45 Huguenot Road. The jail is well known for being where Nelson Mandela spent the final years of his imprisonment for his anti-apartheid activism. Mandela was transferred to Pollsmoor Prison in 1982 from the maximum security prison on Robben Island, a small island in Table Bay. On December 9, 1988, Mandela was transferred to the then Victor Verster Prison, where he lived in a private house within the prison compound. A farm jail, Victor Verster was frequently utilized as a stepping stone for the release of low-risk political inmates. Mandela was held at Victor Verster Prison for about 14 months before being released on February 11, 1990. Reporters from all around the world surrounded the prison on the day of his release, giving the facility worldwide publicity. Some of Cape Town's most prominent gang members are kept in this working facility. In fact, it is regarded as one of the most dangerous areas in all of South Africa. It's where the tough gang members assemble. Which one of them you find the most notorious? Please subscribe to The Luxury World. Thanks for watching.